So I was driving down the road. I was going home. And I had this feeling to pull over because I need to say this. Somebody needs to hear this. It is Sunday morning. And people are getting ready and going to church. Some people are already in church. And I just got this urge to tell people that, time is running short. Our time in this world is running short. The end of the world is very close. And I'm not saying that to scare anybody, but I'm saying that to tell you that if you are not right with God, if you don't know who God is, if you've been running from God, if you've been rejecting God, or if you're a Christian who's gotten away from God, go to God now. As long as we are breathing, it is not too late. And I just felt this need to pull over. I'm in an Ingles parking lot. I just have this need to pull over because somebody needs to know this. Somebody needs to hear this. And nobody's promised the next breath. The end times are right on us. The rapture is right around the corner. I believe in the rapture wholeheartedly. But even more important than that, nobody is promised the next breath. Your next breath could very well be your last. And if you are not right with God, you're going one of two places. If you're not right with God, you're not going to heaven. And I'm not saying that to scare anybody, but I'm saying that to make you aware that it's the truth. And I'm saying it because I want everybody to go to heaven. If you are not right with God this morning, or whenever you see this video, if you're seeing this video, you're meant to see it. If you're not right with God, please make yourself right with God, because we don't have long. Our lives, at the longest, are but just a breath in comparison to eternity and time. And anything could take us at any moment. So, that's the number one thing you need to make sure of. Make sure that you are saved. Make sure that you are right with God and going to heaven. Make sure that you believe in Jesus' sacrifice on the cross, and that he did that so we could all go to heaven, because none of us would be able to without that. And then you make sure everybody you know hears about God. Make sure everybody you knows that Jesus is the way to go to heaven. He is the way. And you secure your place in heaven, but then you do your best to get your family there. You get your family. Pray and live your life in a godly way in front of them that witnesses to them how wonderful God is. And then you tell them, you feel people out. You can't really tell everybody, about God, because some people will violently lash out. And I've seen that before. But if somebody is not receptive to you telling them about God, you try, and then you pray. And you pray for God to send someone in their path that they will listen to, or pray for God to touch them in a way that only he can, and in a way that they know that he is the one that's in their heart. Because, that's what our time needs to be spent on. And I'm not being judgmental. I'm doing it because I love and I care. And I want everyone to know who God is and how wonderful and amazing he is. And to know that there are times in your life that you won't make it through if you don't have him. Hard times, if you don't have God to lean on. I don't see how anybody makes it. And he will carry you through your problems. It may not seem like it, but he never, never, never leaves you. And it's really important. I don't want anybody to breathe their last breath and not wake up in heaven. That's my biggest heartbreaking urge, the feeling that I get. That just really, and you could say that I'm almost scared about it. It scares me for people, not for myself, but for people. And you'll hear me a lot on here talk about this. But that's the most important thing you can possibly do today. Not go to church, not spend time with your family, not rest. Definitely not rest and watch football, even though I like to watch football. The most important thing you need to be doing today is making sure that your heart is right with God, and that you're going to heaven whenever you die. And you work on praying for everyone that you love, everyone in your family, all these people that mean so much to you. You work on getting them to heaven too, because that's all that matters.